I just want to be competitive, and I'm coming here to compete. I'm not just going to try to finish. I'm going to try to be in it. So, who knows? I might be there at the very end, and I might blow up, but I'm gonna go for it.
How was your experience in Beijing running for Team USA?
It was great. It's been a lifelong dream for me to go to the Olympics and to represent the United States, and so it was great, and I learned so much, and I really hope I'm back. I'm in London, representing the team again in 4 years. Maybe in a different event this time, though.
Why are you running the New York City Marathon now?
It's a dream of mine to come and run here, and I'm nervous about it. It's a lot farther than I normally run, but I'm really excited, and it's just, New York is the best marathon in the world, so I'm really excited to run here.
And you're living and training in Portland, Oregon, but you were born in New York City. What is your story?
I was actually born in Queens and grew up, lived here for a few years, and then unfortunately my father was hit by a drunk driver, and so we ended up moving out to Minnesota so that my mom could be by her parents. But so my heart is here, and it's a really special city for my family, and so they'll all be out for the marathon as well.
So I can imagine how emotional this day will be too, right?
It is really emotional. I feel very connected to my dad here and stuff, so I can't let that get in the way of how I'm racing, but I think it's just going to be a little extra push to run a little better.
Now, following your announcement with the New York Roadrunners, you ran the last 10 miles of the course. So you started just after the 59th Street Bridge. How was that 10 miles, though?
It was great. I'm so glad I ran it because it's harder than it looks, and I think especially, not to make you nervous, but especially after already having run 16 miles, I think there's some tight turns and some uneven terrain and some hills that, hopefully there are going to be points where I can separate myself from other people, but it's tricky. It's hard. It's a challenge.
How long have you known Mary Wittenberg, and what was her reaction when you told her you were going to run this?
I've known Mary Wittenberg for a few years, but, I ran a big PR in the 10K back in 2006, and right away she was like a little voice in my head, like, you should come run New York. And she invited me out last year, and I got to ride on the lead car, and that is really what sold me. I mean, that was the most amazing experience for me, really. Like, when that was done, I was committed to coming here a year later, and I wanted that to be me up there, so she's great.
What did you see that really inspired you when you were on that lead car watching the runners in 2007?
It was, for me, the most inspiring athletic performance I've ever seen out of Paul Radcliffe, and just the way she pushed herself so hard, and she made the race so amazing. I mean, from the beginning, she just went out and led and pushed the whole way, and just the way the crowd fed off her energy and supported her, it was just such an amazing experience. Like, I was just talking about it for weeks afterward, and so it was really a no-brainer to come run here myself.
Tina thinks she will finish about 2 hours after Kara, but she is running the New York City Marathon to raise money for MSG's Garden of Dreams Foundation. You can go to the website gardenofdreams.org to contribute. The marathon is a week from Sunday.